Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Pillai Center Practice YouTube Power Time Practice here on Saturday, April 8th, 2023. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't recognize my voice, I am going to be off camera today because we're going to focus mainly on enjoying blessings coming from several power times ahead. So the first power time is going to be the Vedic New Year, where the sun is going to enter Aries. It is in its most empowered position, meaning that as the sun represents our soul is going to light up the area of our life that coincides or relates to our health and well-being, our personality, our mindset, whatever we want to start in life again, perhaps start over. Or it could be that we want to start up a project or get moving forward. Maybe we've been stuck in a project and now we're going to really move forward with it. Grace and ease, the divine is helping us to experience this illumination or this enlightened state of being where you know everything without really knowing. Because how does one know what's urging the soul? The soul speaks its own language. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. This is always a pleasure and an honor to be of service and support as you explore Dr. Pillai's teachings. He comes from the Tamil Siddha tradition that reveals secrets. So your soul is saying, hey, I've got a secret to tell you. Coming up, this Vedic New Year or Tamil New Year is going to be on the 14th and in Eastern Daylight Savings Time anyways, here in Toronto, Canada. And again, we can think about what it is that we want to do with respect to renewal, rejuvenation. Maybe we want to start to really take care of our health and well-being as we would in any new year. So anytime there is a newness in the cosmos, then we get to experience that alignment and feel it blossoming inside of us. So we won't blink and miss it. So the sun is bright and shiny and happy in Aries, and Aries the fire sign. So get fired up and do things, or you may get burned out. So be careful. It depends on where the sun is in your chart, and you may want to explore that, especially as it is a new year. You could perhaps get an astrology consultation with one of the astrologers at Pillai Center or Ashraved. So, or you could get a report and just say, hey, what's happening in the year ahead, starting with the sun, moving into the natural first sign of the zodiac, Aries. And then what does that mean to me? What is my soul singing and what do I want to do? So that's something that will happen for the next 30 days. And we want to make the most out of it. And then the sun, of course, will transit into the next sign, which will be Taurus, and you'll be focusing on finances. So maybe you're going to get a head start on it, because that's something that is really bothering you or has been harming you or has been a chronic issue with you. So you want to make sure that you are thinking about and experiencing health and well-being, and also wealth. So health is wealth and wealth is health, and vice versa. So that's going to be happening again on the 14th. And then what we have is a new moon that happens the following week on the 19th. And the new moon is something that we want to make sure that we pay attention to, because a new moon only happens once a month. So there's 12 or 13 maybe new moons in a year. And then in that once a month time, we can align with our ancestors. So our ancestors may be pinging us inside of our genes and saying, hey, get your act together. I want to give you blessings. So you can explore Tarpanum offerings. We've talked about that. Soul Genetics is a course in Pillai Center Academy that you can get initiated by Dr. Pillai, and then he can help you to communicate with your ancestors give them the tarpanum, the blessings, put it into your daily practice. And then, especially on new moons, really pray for them to be at peace and to evolve and to elevate their status wherever their soul's evolution is. And then, once they get to that status of heavenly beings or heavenly levels of being, and then some may even get to the level of gods or angels. So, who wouldn't want that as your inheritance? So, you can explore that. And then Jupiter, that transits once a year into a new sign. So Jupiter is going to go into the sign of Aries. So the sun and Jupiter are going to be together, and they love each other because the sun is all about intelligence. The sun is about enlightenment. The sun is about your soul's evolution. It's also related to your father or authority figures or fatherly figures, or you yourself may be a father, or you're in that parental role where you're the authority or the leader of perhaps your family or your company or your team if you're working on a project, or it can be in your community and then in the world, depending on your status and what you're doing in life. So that is really great to have Jupiter there, because Jupiter means fortune, luck, and grace. It is guru in Sanskrit, and guru means to remove negativity, remove ignorance, remove darkness, remove the goo. So guru will remove the goo and the gunk in your life and enlighten you, enliven you, and put you in the right place at the right time, doing your spiritual practices that are going to prevail forever in your life. That's what lights up your path, whether you're on going after your material goals or spiritual goals. So lots of blessings as Jupiter enters Aries for the next year. So you can go check that out on Pillai Center or Astrovet and see how that relates to you. Again, you could get an astrology report, Jupiter transit into Aries as per your chart, so you know how to navigate. You just you plug it into your GPS. Your spiritual GPS will say, here's where you need to be, and you'll go, no, I want to go over here and mess up my life. And the Jupiter will say, no. Enough of that. I want you to have wisdom. I want you to have well-being and joy and happiness in your life and do the right thing. So wisdom is what the Guru's grace will be there for you always. Right after that is going to be Akshaya Tritiya. Actually, it's on the same day. Akshaya means everlasting, and then Tritiya is the third moon. So everlasting wealth. On this third moon, at this time of the year, once a year, this goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrajit rains gold. Kubera is the banker of heaven. He's also associated with that day, so we don't want to miss it. And Akshaya Tritiya is also a Pillai Center Academy course, so you can get into that as well, and then get initiated by Dr. Pillai and have everlasting, non-diminishing wealth. So Akshaya, it's never destroyed. So you want to make sure that you honor the goddess during this time slot, because as we all know, money comes and goes. The bills come and go. Sometimes the bills pile up, and we can never have savings consciousness or investment consciousness or profit or gains consciousness. We're always living that paycheck to paycheck, which is survival anxiety. And if you honor the goddess during Akshaya Tritiya, then she will always protect your finances. And it won't matter if you lose your job, she will just make sure that you have it, because it's a divine secret. So again, these are not necessarily secrets that you can never discover, but here you are. And you're finding out, hey, my soul decided I need to do this. So once a year it happens. You have to wait another year if you miss it. So whatever you can do to honor the goddess during Akshaya Tritiya, and there are services that are offered through Pillai Center or Ashraved, and you can participate in those. Everything will be done proxy so that it's done for your soul. So the best news is you don't have to physically go to those power spots. And even if you did go to India to those power spots that have been identified by Dr. Pillai and the Tamil Siddha lineage, the Tamil Siddhas, where they will say, hey, go and wipe out this person's karmic impressions that is keeping them stuck in poverty consciousness, scarcity consciousness, don't have enough, can't even think about creative financing. So they will have identified these power spots that you will get these remedies done or rituals done on your behalf, and you will feel it on that day. You will feel the energy, and also you'll be getting this sense of happiness and well-being, and you will be looking at your bank account every month, and it will always be above zero, and if not even more. And you will also be attracted to creative ways to open up streams of income. So, or maybe you might get an inheritance out of nowhere, or maybe if you're looking for a good mortgage in a really tough market, maybe you will get a really great mortgage, or you will be able to buy a house that you haven't been able to buy in a neighborhood that you like, or a car or home, business. It can be anything really. So this time period in April and May it's something that you don't want to miss, because this is where you got to feed your soul. So everything is made up of sounds. Everything is made up of this divine intelligence, and we've got to tap into it, which we will do momentarily. So that's Akshaya Tritiya, and that is going to be on right after Jupiter is entering Aries, or right at the same time, and that's going to be on the 21st of April. Then, before we meet again, mid-May, that week before is going to be really powerful, because it is Narasimha Jayanti. Jayanti means the birth or the birthday of this divine being. Nara means face, Simha means lion. So he's a lion-faced form of Vishnu who fulfills your wishes. And wishes are that you want to get rid of that negative ego that's into scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, never going to happen, super negativity. And you can say, well, I don't want to have too much. Right? As soon as you say that, well, the divine will say, oh, okay, I guess you don't want it then. So it's very challenging for us to want it really, truly to happen. So Narasimha will rip out the ego. There's a story about that you can also read about on Ashraved or Pillai Center blog or vlogs. We've talked about it in various Powertime practice videos, and as well, Dr. Pillai has shared about it too. So you don't want to miss that. And this is Narasimha here. So the picture, and Narasimha is a form of Vishnu, and Vishnu is here over the sun god. And the sun god has 7 horses, as we share this image every month when the sun is going to be transiting, because the sun, again, it represents our soul. So we're solar beings in this solar system, and we want to be illuminated. So being in the right place, right time, aligning with the divine means you're going to ask this solar being to enliven your chakras, to spin out anything that is congested, negative, that you cannot even do. You can't even think about it. It's just so chronic, and it's been there forever. Problems, challenges, anxiety, fear. Look at the world. Are we going to blow ourselves up? I hope not. And this is what will happen when we turn to the divine. Miracles will be there. So Vishnu is he's the consort of the goddess Lakshmi Srimrazi. So he is incarnates as the different planetary beings, and the sun is one of those planetary beings that he loves to help us to align with and enjoy because Vishnu is all about fulfilling our wishes, especially giving us money miracles. Why does Dr. Pillai talk about money all the time? Because money is what makes the world go round. It is a currency. We must have it in order to pay our bills, in order to put the roof over our head, in order to have the car or whatever it is that we need in life. And that's just the minimum. Then we want to travel, we want to do our spiritual practices, we want to, go on vacation, we want to eat nice food, we want to go out and treat our family, our friends, we want to be charitable. In fact, it's a really great time to be charitable right around Narasimha Jayanti, because that is going to coincide with Chitra Pournama. So Purnima, it means full moon. Again, like the new moon, full moons happen once a month. And this Chitra Pournama happens once a year. So big shifts are happening. So what does the moon represent? Our mind. We want to fill it with divinity, except when we close our eyes, what comes? All these negative thoughts, these dark clouds, this kind of crappy feeling, pain, fear, anxiety. Either we're worrying about ourselves or worrying about others or worrying about the world. And we don't want to. We just want to have that joy and happiness and bliss, and then do what we can do, navigate in our lives accordingly, be in the right place at the right time so we avoid problems, harms, and hurdles, and so on. Because the world is going to do what the world is going to do. But in our world, if we call on the divine, then we will be lit up inside. And then whatever is illuminated, whatever our heart's desire is, the divine will say, well, here it is in your life. Go this way, go that way. So the intuition will be really sharp. And Chitra is the Chitragupta. He is this divine record keeper. So he's the one who says, you did your spiritual practices, you meditated, you did your mantras, you're charitable, you're a good person. So therefore, once a year, you get a big bonus. And then he's kind of like Santa Claus. He knows when you're naughty or nice. So Chitra Pournama will be a time where you can be fulfilled. And your mind will be on the divine, of course, because that is what is going to help you to experience miracles in your life and not be causing problems. So Narasimha Jayanti, Chitra Pournama, right around that time, together around that full moon. This is a really powerful full moon, once a year. So we want to get a clean slate, if you will. You get to erase anything that has been negative, even shame and frustration and jealousy, those things that they're in your baby toe and they disturb us. And then we go, I can't get rid of it. So that's what will happen, is it will get wiped out. So again, aligning with the divine, these images here are going to be activated. We're going to do a puja or elementalization where we'll offer items that represent the earth, water, fire, air, space, or the ether, or the Akash. Now, we've all heard of the Akashic records. It's the records in the Akash, or the space, since millenniums, for the millennials, that millenniums have passed by, and every thought that any one human being has ever thought in any language is stored in the Akashic records. And then we come into each lifetime, and then these thoughts will pump into us. And then we will say, geez, why am I thinking like that? It can be that it's time to reap the benefits of all the good deeds that you have done in all your lifetimes up until this point, or can be a karmic roadblock. So we want to look ahead, and we want to be able to get into a state of receptivity where we can do this offering to the divine. And then we say, okay, I need to erase this poverty consciousness, scarcity consciousness, disease or ill health or mental illness. We drive ourselves nuts, really. We make ourselves nutty. We look at situations in a negative way and we ratchet it. We can't even help it. And as Dr. Pillai has shared in the research that has been done, every human being thinks on average, 35 to 50 thoughts a minute. How many of those in 60 seconds are productive thoughts? Not many, right? And then it's usually bombarded, or it's like swimming around in super negative soup. And then we are drowning in it and we can't get out. It's quicksand, it's pulling us down. So the thought that we want to have is saying the mantras, doing the offerings. It's awakening that divine part of us that says your mind won't be able to grasp it. But because it is blessed by Dr. Pillai and the Tamil Siddhas and the divine beings, anytime we do an elementalization, offering a piece of fruit that represents the earth element, offering the water representing water element, and the fire is the ghee lamp, and that we'll offer, and then the air is going to be the incense, and then to offer to the space, the akash or the ether is going to be the flowers. And then because it is Narasimha, a form of Vishnu's birthday coming up, we are going to offer some tulsi. It's crushed and dried tulsi because it's not so easy to grow here in the wintertime in Toronto, Canada. So we're going to offer this tulsi or tulasi. So it's sacred basil, and any form of Lord Vishnu loves this. It fulfills your wishes. And to the goddess, Lakshmi Srimrazi here, we're going to offer the turmeric root. And turmeric root is also really fabulous for health and well-being. So check it out, Google it, and find out just how wonderful turmeric is, but the divine loves it. And it makes sense. We have to be healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now that we have shown you where we're going to be stepping every week into our daily life and towards these power times, these vortexes of energy that align with the divine and empower us, whether we remember or not. You're getting it now, and then maybe the divine will wake you up, or you can pencil it in your calendar and say, hey, I want to make sure that I'm in the right place at the right time, aligned with the divine, and then getting blessings in my life. And ask is a mantra, and we shall receive. So as we do in the tradition, the Indian tradition, we will be, reaching out and touching the flowers. Say your name and your birth star if you know it. If you don't know it, you can easily find out about that. Of course, Radha here is on chat support, and she'll pop those links, whatever I've said, onto the chat. And then you can go and look at that at a later time. It'll be there. So the white sacred ash here is called vibhuti, and vibhuti will wipe out the negativity. So you can take your right hand, ring finger if you like, and then take a small amount, wipe it across your forehead and say Om Namah Shivaya. And that will give you prosperity and enlightenment consciousness. And then you can take some of the red powder in your right hand ring finger. If you have some at home, that's fine too. And then you apply it on the spot between your two eyebrows, just above the bridge of your nose. And you can say the sound Om Kleem, K-L-E-E-M. And that will help you to attract whatever your heart's desire is. You need to get it fulfilled, because you're just going to ratchet over it until your desire gets fulfilled. So why not get it done sooner than later? As Dr. Pillai says, waiting is a waste of time. And if we can't do it or we haven't done it, then the divine has to do it. But ask, and you shall receive. So you reach out and touch these beautiful spring flowers. It's a happy Easter weekend for those of you who celebrate. Dr. Pillai is going to be doing a webinar tomorrow free. So he's going to be giving the traditional Easter message that he gives out every year. So make sure that you go and see that and enjoy the happy Easter. Here we go. It's all about rejuvenation, and it's all about illumination, getting the light body, which is a body that has no pain, no suffering, and can do miracles for the self and for others. All right, so now that we're all set, we're going to get into the activation. So putting your attention internally, if you can, just maybe for like 15 minutes. That's all it's going to take, or less, to experience some energy coming in as we invoke the divine being. First and foremost is Lord Ganesha, and he is this royal Ganesha here next to Dr. Pillai. And we will ask for him to remove obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. 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 Make a prayer to Ganesha to remove the obstacles internally, to rock your chakras so all the energy goes up from the base of the spine into the third eye, and keep your attentional energy in the middle of your brain, the third eye, the pineal gland, in the subtle body, your energy body. So focus your attention in the midbrain, in the third eye, with Ganesha's blessings. We'll call on Dr. Pillai. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. 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 Make a prayer to Dr. Pillai to receive the activation or awakening of your third eye, so you can do things quickly. Once the third eye is activated, then the divine says, oh, I will go and help that person out. So we'll call on the sun now to illuminate or illumine, enliven our soul and all the chakras. So visualize the sun in your mind's eye, and also imagine him moving through your chakras and then helping you to experience bliss and happiness and joy, rejuvenation, get fired up because the sun is now getting ready to move into the sign of Aries. Om Suryaya Namaha. 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 Make a prayer to the sun that represents your soul. It also represents your father. Maybe you can pray for your father, regardless of what your relationship has been or was. Maybe he's passed, and ask for his soul to be happy and free and bless you. Pray for your soul's intelligence to illuminate your life so that you're living your soul's purpose as opposed to your karmic lessons purpose. The sun will give you the intelligence to overcome your harms and hurdles. Now we are going to pray to Lord Vishnu, and he's going to fulfill our wishes, especially money miracles. So think money miracles. Dr. Pillai says, think of an amount or something that represents that amount of money that you want to manifest. He says you have to be very clear and you got to test it. This is spiritual science. So you want to test it. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. 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 Make a prayer to Lord Vishnu to fulfill your wishes and to give you money miracle consciousness. We need the consciousness to accept money because we won't believe it. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Once again, ask for whatever it is that you want, your heart's desires to be fulfilled. He's the one who does it. And then we will go to the goddess, the consort of Lord Vishnu. He's the god of wealth, and then the goddess who will be honoring once a year during Akshaya Tritiya. So think of non-diminishing, non-depleting, everlasting, ever-growing wealth, health, well-being, finances, money in the bank, and it won't ever decrease no matter what is going on in the world or no matter how your expenses fluctuate. You will always be above zero, if not more. So debt consciousness will be out the window. Everybody wants to get out of debt. This is the time to do it. You can buy gold as well on Akshaya Tritiya. And then that will attract more gold towards you, even if it's just a small amount. Can give gold as well. And be charitable. It's so important to be charitable. Even if you think, well, I don't even have enough for myself. It doesn't matter. It can be charitable with your time, your energy, resources, your smile on your face, your warm heart, your acceptance of everyone who is suffering. You relate to them. And then the divine swoops in and allows you to be charitable, to give, so that it keeps on giving and growing your soul. All right. The mantra is going to be Shreem Brazi. Every day, say it, no matter what. In the morning, all through the day, in the evening before you go to bed. Shreem Brazi. It gives you direction. It helps you to navigate life with grace and ease, because the goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrazi wants you to have everything on the earth plane that represents happiness. We might have things in our life, but we're just not happy. We're not full of joy. We're not satisfied. We're looking always for more. We're never fulfilled. So the goddess will fulfill you and give you everything. And so that you can also be charitable as well. It's very important for the soul. Shreem Brazi. 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 Shri Brizzy, 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 Shri Brizzy. Make a prayer to the goddess Lakshmi Shri Brizzy, who's excited to receive your attention during Akshaya Tritiya, the one that is coming up once a year. The day that is going to be giving you tremendous blessings of wealth, health, beauty, joy, beautiful relationships, healing internally at the level of the soul, at the level of the mind, the body, giving you all the comforts in life. Whether you believe it or not, she wants to do it, and all you need to do is to honor her and then receive the blessings. And it's always fun. So make your sincere prayer to remember to do that, to honor her during Akshaya Tritiya. And now we will call on Narasimha, who gives also joy and happiness. He roots out this negative poison inside of us, this disbelief, if you will, the faithless. We can't, Dr. Pillai says, faith is utter positivity, and we're positive for a few seconds. And then someone says something, or we get a dirty look, or some silly thought comes, and we leave our positivity. So Narasimha, he has the heart of a lion, and he will roar, and he will rip out that negativity with his claws. His hands have the claws, and then he will just rip it all out so that you don't have to suffer anymore. So you can focus your attention here on the image of Narasimha. Ugram Viram Mahavishnam Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnam Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnam Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyaham Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyaham Ugram Vishnam Pralantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Vishnam Badram Mrityom Namamyaham. Make a prayer to Narasimha, who's very happy, and he's looking forward to his birth of that consciousness inside of you, courage and bravery and luck and fortune and utter positivity, faith that all things will happen in a divine and a miraculous way. Through Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, who made it possible today for everyone to be here and enjoy a preview to what is going to be happening, these power times ahead, where miracles can happen instantaneously. Make your final prayer. Make heartfelt gratitude to your soul for heeding to the call, getting the ping to be here, to participate in something that is going to uplift not only yourself, but the whole world. Whether you know it or not, that's what you signed up for. So enjoy. We're going to wrap up. Oh, here's a blessing coming from the goddess. So we're going to wrap up with offering the camphor that will clear out any negativity that's come up. Om Aim Reem Sarvalokaya Atityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Mrzi Swaha. Take the light, bring it into your space, into your body, into your eyes, your third eye, your heart, all your chakras. This is a sign of the divine, sending out the signals to the divine. Your prayers have been answered. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world. We need it. Peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace. Enjoy the blessings. Can share your experiences. I'm sure that Radha has answered questions. We'll see you tomorrow during Dr. Pillai's free Easter message YouTube on Pillai Center. And if you can't join it live for whatever reason, then you definitely can watch the recording. It will be uploaded immediately to YouTube. So we want to find out what his message is for our soul. And when our soul gets the right message at the right time, then our thoughts will align with that, regardless if it's just ratcheting karmic 35 to 50 negative thoughts a minute that are non-productive. And we can't seem to find a way out. So the solution is to go to Guru, who removes the ignorance, the darkness, the goo, and then lights up the path for us to have grace and ease, luck and fortune in our lives. So make your sincere, heartfelt prayer to Dr. Pillai, to everybody for joining, and we will see you next month at this time. Enjoy the sun's transit, enjoy the Vedic New Year, enjoy the birth of Narasimha consciousness inside of you. And also the goddess Akshaya Tritiya is the third waxing moon. And it is a time once a year that you really, really want to make sure that you tap into her grace and blessings. We don't want to miss this, because then we have to wait another year. Who wants to wait? So we want to have the blessings of Dr. Pillai all the time, and then it's through the teachings that we will be aligned with the divine and find super easy ways out. God bless. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.